Get after it, MP. There he is.
Please report any violations to these rules to the Department, security or guest services staff member. And if you have the privilege, be sure to attend the next call. We will be giving the first 10,000 players that play on
Fans, be here for your mascot band. All fans and fans will receive a poster of the Grizz.
If you still want to be a part of any upcoming Grizzly game, please visit us online or at the ticket booth for available tickets.
And coming up is Lunch Bag Day.
Up next, the Grizzlies taking on the Wizards. For the Memphis Grizzlies, the first half of this season was about putting the league on notice. They've sent a great, clear message that they are not slowing down anytime soon. Wizards, Grizzlies on 2K Sports. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the end. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Edwards. Sarr out there with George. And it's Izzo in at the 1 spot. And for Memphis, Blount is out there with Thunder. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then there's Edey. And it's Towns in at the 4. And putting his opponents on notice. MP recently talked about winning his individual matchups, but not at the expense of the team. Some high-level goals indeed, guys.
And so far, so good, right? I know it's early in the process, but MP is taking his own words to heart. He's beating his man at both ends, which gives their team an advantage. So if the rest of his teammates can just hold their own, they're going to win a lot more games.
And now, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, as you know, Embiid will be in a big-time battle down low tonight. He told me pre-game, I know I have to perform tonight. We match up pretty well, but I'm ready to bring a little something extra. This should be a fun one watching them compete. Guys?
Oh, when he says that, bringing something extra, I am there. We'll be monitoring that closely. Should be some fireworks in this one, Greg. 2 cross-conference rivals squaring up.
Kevin, can you smell the intensity in the air? You can tell these guys mean business. Both teams want to prove they're the better squad.
Pass to Vassell. Memphis moving it around. Towns, the screen. Thunder. That 3 off the mark.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Over to the left wing. Harrington, that's good.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Vassell outside. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Yeah. To Carrington. And the 3 off target.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And Blunt gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Carrington. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Pelicans. He was a non-factor. Good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
To the left side wing. To the paint. Edwards, that's good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Left side, Towns. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Izzo. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Blunt. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Tipped away. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Izzo. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Thunder. We saw him with 39 points last game out.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
On the wing, George. Here's Carrington. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Dillingham's checked in for Memphis. And a change for the Wizards. Booker's checked in. Thunder passes to Towns. And Sauter pulls it down.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Now here's Edwards. 9-point game his last outing. Saw the pass to Edwards. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And he gets it back. Offensive rebound. Memphis has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Thunder, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Pass to George. And it's Edwards, top of the key. And another miss by Washington.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now, here is George. Nine points last game. 80 with the rebound. Takes it inside. Here's Blunt. He's got 8. From deep. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And really, he came into the game with that long range shot looking great. Well, he
could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Now here's Booker. They trail by 7. Left side, Edwards. Here's Izzo. No good again that time.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Here's Thunder. He has 5. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns' numbers. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's putting up 9 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
It's tipped. Pass to Blunt. Memphis moving it around. The dive for the ball. Here's Thunder. Dillingham with it. And it's Memphis with another.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Edwards, good.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Dillingham. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Hampton. It's good. And now it's only a 5-point Memphis lead.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
To the wing on the left. There's 1:59 left to play in the first. Dillingham, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Izzo. Back to Edwards. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
To the inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. He's got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. Second, the Grizzlies.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Morris throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist. Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Now, Booker. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Morris. Now George. Iguodala grabs the rebound. Here's Thunder, defended by Booker. Here's Thunder. Towns in the corner. Here's Thunder. He has 7. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go. Bufkin, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And Morris throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Dillingham with the bucket. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Grizzlies. And And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Thunder is out there with Dillingham. Then there's Towns, and it's Puffkin in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Here's Grimes. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Hampton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
The defense a step slow, you can see the result.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Warriors was superb. He picked up 39 points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. Numbers like that are sure to get attention around the league, and everyone's excited to see what he does tonight. Guys?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Here is Perkins after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Now here's Perkins. Not a lot of room.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Thunder. First in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Vassell, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Pass to Dillingham. From 12 feet out. His 4th miss of the game. He's made 3. Wizards trail by 7. And he goes in for the dunk.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Washington has possession. Following the score by Memphis. George passes to Grimes. George with a screen on Vassell. And the shot goes down.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And it's Carrington missing.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Thunder. He's got 9. It's Vassell on the wing. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Washington with the rebound. Last time they met was in Washington.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And Memphis making a change here. Luntz checked in. Edwards, he's checked in for Washington. Booker comes in for Perkins. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Carrington. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Towns with it. Now guarded by Booker. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Thunder. 5 to shoot. Here's the screen. Nailed from three-point land. Dillingham's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Hampton sets the big for George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Vassell, no good. George against Vassell. Here's Carrington. He's got 8. Not going to go that time. Dillingham wide open, and he fires. Off target with the open look. Wizards trail by 5. Here's Carrington. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Carrington's got 10.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
That's more like it. Rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Here's Carrington. He's got 10. That's tipped. Fast break. Here we go. For the finish. And the basket by Vassell. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Memphis moving it around. Here's Dillingham. Rebound, Washington. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. Booker outside. Pass to Edwards. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Vassell, the pass to Blunt. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
For his personal foul.
You know, one thing we're seeing across the league, rookies, Brent, who have already impacted their team's winning.
Yeah, some guys really need some seasoning, but we're seeing a lot of guys come into this league, Kevin, ready to contribute at a very high level. And some of these performances have really blown me away. It's been impressive.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Bufkin. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Unwilling to let up. Even for a moment, that's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And it's Carrington missing. Memphis with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Grizzlies have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Edwards makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here's Thunder. He's got 9. Out left to the wing. Here's Blunt, the 17-footer. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Blunt's got 17 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Carrington. Outside Edward. Here's Grimes. Hampton with the ball. Knocks down the 3 ball. Hampton's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Blunt. It's hauled in by Edwards. Picked away. .131 left in the second quarter. Iguodala, no good.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Sar's checked in for the Wizards. And so he makes both from the line. Memphis leading by 9. Thunder passes to Vassell. Here's Thunder. 9 points in the game so far. Hampton with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And the Wizards making a change here. George is checked in.
Keyshawn George.
59 seconds left in the first half. Here's Thunder. The kick out to Towns. Pass to Carrington. Fires from 14. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio and going up against the Spurs.
And looking at the Suns matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Pass to Carrington. Here's Izzo. Now Sarr. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. 17 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Edey. Here's Thunder. Towns for 3. Cans it from downtown. Towns has got 12.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Washington Wizards.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. Now let's change gears and talk a little bit about All-Star voting.
Man, we've talked about it so much, hard to believe we're almost an all-star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new faces make it this year. This first All-Star game for a player really memorable. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. So on the floor for Washington, we've got George. Edwards is out there with Song. And it's Carrington in at the shooting guard. Towns for three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
It really is something else to watch a guy like Towns shoot from that far out.
It's George on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Grizzlies shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And the shot goes in. Blunt's got 19 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Izzo, the pass to George. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. It's rebounded by Towns.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. So they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And now let's bring up the numbers and show you the point guards with the highest assist rate over the past month. Look at Thunder, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And he's been doing everything you want from that position, getting everyone involved, making sure the defense has to worry about all 5 guys on the court.
Now here's Edwards. 11 points in the game. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Grizzlies.
House contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Now here's Edwards. 13 points in the game. And it's Carrington missing.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And Blunt gets it to go.
I love his shots. Today, he set the bar for the rest of the team.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Edey with the rebound.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
And the basket by Thunder.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Now here's Towns. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Blunt, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here is Edwards. The Grizzlies making the shot. Nice ball movement by Washington. Carrington, that's good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
There's a screen from 20 feet out. Washington with the rebound. Edwards got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Edwards with the screen to the middle. Got a piece of it. Here's Thunder. 13 points in the game. He had a nice open look right there. Blunt's got 26. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Grizzlies?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break. It's been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Memphis has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Oh, here's Edwards. 13 points in the game. The Wizards have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And he knocks down the first one. Dillingham's checked in for Vassell. And a change for the Wizards. Booker's checked in. And Edwards drops them both. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
It's George on the wing. Pass to Song. There's the triple. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Dillingham, no good. The Wizards shooting 41% for the game. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Blunt. 28 points for him. There's the pick. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Blunt's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Grizzlies. The Wizards shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Pass to Song. Now Edwards. Now Sarr. Here's Izzo. It's deflected. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Grizzlies making a switch here.
Coming onto the floor for your Grizzlies.
Memphis has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. The open shot by Dillingham. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And here's George for three. It's rebounded by Towns.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Blunt can't get it to go.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Booker the bounce pass. And here's Edwards from the arc. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his fourth assist in this one.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And the foul called on Alex Song. That's foul number 2 for him. Robinson Earls checked in for the Grizzlies. Then for the Wizards, Hampton comes in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Song. Here's Thunder. He's got 13. Dillingham. The three-pointer, no good. There's 1:40 left in the third. It's rebounded by Blunt.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for George. Getting around 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Hampton kicks to Perkins. Booker, right side. George sets a screen for Booker. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
His third personal foul.
And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Look at Thunder, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Towns is checked in. Booker outside. Pass to Grimes. The three-pointer off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Sinks the three-pointer.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside, Perkins. The Grizzlies pull it in. High, arcing shot. It's hauled in by George. George has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Perkins. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Memphis, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so Booker will bring it up for the Wizards. And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. And unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. There's never a good time for injuries, but right in the thick of the season, this is a difficult one to navigate. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, great, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
They've got Dillingham. Blunt is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Thunder. And it's Iguodala in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Here's Grimes. Here's Carrington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Brett, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Good game, MP. Way to bring home that W.